Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a peek outside that weather window. And once again, it was a wet weather window for most of our day today. This from this afternoon with scattered showers rolling through north central Washington this afternoon. We had a pretty steady rain this morning, and then it just became a little bit more scattered this afternoon, but still plenty of instability out there. This looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. And you can see those showers back up around the Cascades and up around highways 97. And that's where we saw the rain today. And after this rain passes, our skies will clear, and that'll make for some pretty chilly overnight low temperatures, especially Sunday morning. This is what we're looking at. About 47 for Wenatchee, up in CHELAN, about 38 degrees, 40 over in Spokane, and we will even see some cooler temperatures than that up north and over into the panhandle of Idaho. So yeah, it's that time of year, fall, and we'll talk more about your weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Rock Island man who admitted to sexually victimizing a 14-year-old girl pleaded guilty Wednesday to third-degree child rape. An Omak man who threatened Washington sheriffs online for refusal to enforce Washington's firearms law received a 5-year probation sentence this week. And health authorities announced yesterday that the CHELAN and Douglas County region has now seen its 23rd death due to COVID-19. But first, we begin tonight. After a short manhunt yesterday, Grant County Sheriff's deputies arrested a 32-year-old man who allegedly beat up a 73-year-old Moses Lake man, then stole his car, money, and guns. The victim suffered head trauma, several broken bones, and has been hospitalized. The assault took place at the victim's home west of Moses Lake. Evan J. Keith reportedly abandoned the victim's car a short distance away from where the assault took place. After asking for the public's assistance in locating Keith, he was arrested about 4 o'clock yesterday at a friend's home in the Winchester area. A Rock Island man who admitted to sexually victimizing a 14-year-old girl pleaded guilty Wednesday to third-degree child rape. 28-year-old Nicholas Robert Clerk confessed to the rape in June after the teen disclosed the incident. When he's sentenced next month in CHELAN County Superior Court, Clerk faces a likely prison term of 26 to 34 months with a maximum of 5 years. This is his second conviction for third-degree child rape. At age 20, he served 1 year for victimizing a 15-year-old in Douglas County. An Omak man who threatened Washington sheriffs online for refusal to enforce Washington's firearms law received a 5-year probation sentence this week. 24-year-old Jaden Ledford pleaded guilty in U.S. District Court to one count of making threats by interstate communication after posting on Facebook last year that he would shoot Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich. Knezevich was among a handful of sheriffs who claimed that I-1639, the state's voter-approved restrictions on firearms purchases, was unconstitutional. Ledford, who has autism and other disabilities, could have faced up to 5 years in federal prison. Health authorities announced yesterday the CHELAN-Douglas region has seen its 23rd death due to COVID-19. A CHELAN County patient was a man in his 40s. The registration of his death comes as the Wenatchee Valley is working to turn a corner in overall coronavirus cases and infection rate. It's the 5th COVID-19 mortality announced by the two-county CHELAN-Douglas Health District this week. Well, coming up next, after the Pearl Hill fire roared through northern Douglas County, residents there now have to watch out for the next possible catastrophe. The Washington State Apple Blossom Festival announced yesterday the theme Marching On for the 102nd festival. And Miss Vidal will be flying over the Wenatchee area October 5th to commemorate the anniversary of the first nonstop flight across the Pacific Ocean. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Merry Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Merry Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Merry Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Merry Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
Pybus Public Market's motto is where community meets. Whether it's people, enjoying an event, or they meet a colleague for coffee and whip out their laptop and are able to actually do work here, having quick and reliable Wi-Fi is one of the things that makes Pybus such a great community hub. It just contributes to the welcoming place that we want Pybus to be. I'm Allie, and fiber keeps people connected, and that's what Pybus Market is all about.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back. In another news, after the Pearl Hill fire roared through the northern Douglas County, residents there now have to watch out for the next possible catastrophe. NCWLIFE Jefferson Robbins reports an alphabet soup of government agencies are working to shore up the region against post-fire hazards, including the potential for floods.
The Pearl Hill fire scorched more than 220,000 acres of farm fields, rangeland, sagebrush, and grass. After breaking out on Labor Day, it took more than a week for fire crews to contain it and for life to return to normal in towns like Bridgeport, where homes were lost and power and water supplies were badly interrupted. Now begins the damage assessment. Agents from Douglas County, the State Department of Ecology, CHELAN Douglas Health District, U.S. Geology Service, and Washington State Emergency Management are working to map the dangers left behind by such a large fire event. For one thing, the Emergency Management Office must conduct what's called a hazardous materials damage assessment. Pollutants and chemicals left behind by the fire could pose a future risk. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says asbestos is likely to be present in several burned structures, and such dangerous materials will need to be safely disposed of. In the meantime, property owners should not disturb damaged structures or waste material from the fires, unless it's been tested and determined not to contain any hazardous substances. As rainfall gathers this autumn, the massive burned areas pose a risk of mudslides and flooding. Properties most at risk are those within alluvial fans, the drainage areas at the mouth of a water-formed canyon. A sudden flood event in the channels above an alluvial fan can be catastrophic for homes and buildings situated below. Douglas County says more information for landowners on how to protect their property and apply for assistance will be available in coming days. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
The Washington State Apple Blossom Festival announced yesterday the theme Marching On for the 102nd festival. Festival Administrator Darcy Christofferson says 2020 was definitely a year we will never forget, and thank 2020 Director General Lori Reed and her board of directors for being so positive the last 6 months. The 2021 Director General is Brad Bozette. Upcoming dates to remember include the festival's fundraising auction that's Saturday, January 23rd, 2021, and the Royalty Selection Pageant, which is coming up on February 13th. Next year's festival will take place from April 22nd to May 2nd. Well, Miss Vidal will be flying over the Wenatchee area October 5th to commemorate the anniversary of the first nonstop flight across the Pacific Ocean. That flight originated in Misawa, Japan, and ended October 5th, 1931 in East Wenatchee. The Miss Vidal is a replica of the plane flown by Clyde Pangborn and Hugh Herndon. The plane normally flies during area festivals, but those have been canceled by the COVID-19 pandemic this year. The plane last flew Memorial Day weekend as a tribute to healthcare and other essential workers. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Don't wait, the sale is going on now.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. See their full line of Crown Line boats. Crown Line features the Forte gel coat, which perfectly accentuates the sporty silhouette of this boat. Its contours are further enhanced by Crown Line's patented fast tab hull design, which not only embraces the distinctive sports car styling, but also ensures a safe and comfortable ride. See Crown Line boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors. We're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Drone footage taken September 16th by Okanagan County Emergency Management shows the devastating path carved along Highway 97 by the Cold Springs fire. The footage shows several homes destroyed along the highway and the Monts Bridge Road area, while other homes in the Labor Day weekend fire were spared. That stretch of fires also jumped the Okanagan River and created a separate path of destruction. The Cold Springs fire later jumped the Columbia River, sparking the Pearl Hill fire in Douglas County, the state's largest fire this year. In tonight's feature story, here's a look at the dramatic video which highlights the devastation a fire can cause. Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And going back to our feature story, boy, it was sure obvious and evident in that video how important defensible space is around your home for fires. Those were pretty much untouched that had that space because it is so dry out there, but getting a little bit better. A little more rain out there this afternoon, and we had a pretty steady rain early this morning into about mid-morning. Then it turned into spotty showers as we look down at the beautiful Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera, and still see a cap of clouds on top of the Cascades, and that usually indicates this storm not going anywhere soon. So I think it will stick around at least in our evening hours. Not talking a bunch of rain, but not ruling out some sprinkles out there either. High temperatures today reflected all the cloudiness and rain out there. 65 unofficially our high today. 73 is where we should be for this time of year. 50 is our low, and 49 is where we should be for this time of year. So right in the ballpark for our low temperature. 87, that was our record in 1962. Record low, boy, it's creeping towards freezing, isn't it? 34, and that was set in 1972. 1 more tenth of an inch of rain. That brings our total from Wednesday and today to 4/10 of an inch of rain. That takes us now to 3.06 inches for the year, and that's still well behind where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 6:52, sunset 6:51. More dark than light now as we kick it into gear in our fall. And now let's take a look at your temperatures as we get into the all-important weekend. If you have a lot of outdoor plans this weekend, not too bad. Tomorrow won't be that bad a day. We'll see temperatures a little bit warmer, mid to upper 60s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. Wenatchee will be about 67 tomorrow, so a little warmer than today. But the big difference tomorrow is we'll see a lot more sunshine and a little bit of a breeze too. 66 for you folks, the high temperature up in Omak. Taking a look at the surface loop now. Tonight we will see partly cloudy skies. It might be a little breezy tonight. Not expecting a lot of wind, and still maybe some isolated showers. You can see here's our frontal boundary still stretched across the western part of the state. Boy, some heavy rain showers in parts of western Washington where we do have flood warnings for some counties there now. By Saturday, we will see windy conditions throughout most of the day. Partly cloudy skies, cool. Yeah, temperatures will be below normal as we start our weekend on Saturday, but things improve on Sunday. Mostly sunny. It will be slightly warmer. Big ridge of high pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest, and that allows all those warm desert southwest temperatures to move up, and that will begin in earnest as we get into our forecast on Monday with lots of sunshine. Temperatures not really reflecting it yet here on Monday. We will be in the lower to mid 70s Monday, and now it's getting a little bit darker, and that means temperatures mid to upper 70s by the time we get into Tuesday. For Wednesday, even warmer than that as this high pressure ridge pushes all the way up almost to northern British Columbia. We're talking temperatures on Wednesday about 80 degrees, maybe a little bit warmer than that, and we will be warmer than that on Thursday. Sunny, temperatures still well above normal with all these clear skies over the western United States. We could see high temperatures in the lower 80s as we get into the mid and late part of next week. So it's going to be a beautiful week ahead. Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, 7-day forecast now. Get ready for some cold overnight temperatures. We've talked about that. 47 overnight tonight, 67 our high tomorrow. We showed you this earlier, 45 the overnight low Saturday night and into Sunday morning, and then 69 Sunday, and then a nice warming trend as we get into the first part of next week. Sunshine Monday through Thursday, 76 Monday, 79 as we get into Tuesday, and look at those temperatures Wednesday and Thursday, 83 and 84 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Why run all over town when you can get the financial services you need under one roof? The location is 521 CHELAN Street right here in Wenatchee. Accounting solutions for success. Insurance from trusted choices. Real estate, the power of the edge. Personal, professional, preferable. It's all right here. Get the edge on your financial needs. Now available in CHELAN as well. Get more information at augustedge.com.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Finally Friday to you. First of all, thanks to Dan for filling in for me last night so I could finish up the archery elk season with my dad. We didn't get one, but the hunt's always good. Well, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval wraps up a COVID-shortened race season Saturday. Track manager Jeremy Anders says he's expecting a large field of cars and drivers for the weekend's finale, especially for two very special tribute races.
It's the Neil Newberry 125, which is a great race for the super late models. 31 cars right now pre-entered.
Wow.
So we're going to have another B main event, start qualifying, I think 5:30 on Facebook, and then we're going to go live on the TV at 6 o'clock. But honoring Neil Newberry, who was a great long-time Wenatchee racer. And then we have the Tommy Wentz Classic, which you know Tom. I mean, Tommy's a great guy.
Yeah.
Been around for a long time, raced to the track for 5 decades, so we're honoring him with the Tommy Wentz Classic for the Thunder Cars. And I got to say thanks to the Wentz family for stepping up and helping pay the purse for that. So we have a big purse for them. And then the B-Mods and the Plum Perfect Roadrunners. So, the sponsors are amazing this year. And the racing action, I mean, if you haven't seen one this year, you got to watch it because it's your last chance to see it.
You can watch Anders' complete interview with Dan on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on our website at ncwlife.com. Just click on full episodes. Well, the Wenatchee Wild have announced Chris Clark as its permanent head coach. Clark took on the role of interim head coach last season when Bliss Littler had to step away for health reasons. While Littler remains on as the team's general manager, Clark steps up from his assistant coaching position, where he's been since the Wild inception back in 2008. Clarkey and the Wild will welcome this year's players to town October 7th to begin training camp. COVID-delayed season will get underway on December 1st. Congratulations, Chris Clark. Well, the Pac-12 will have an abbreviated football schedule this season. The conference's CEO group Thursday voted unanimously on a 7-game season that will start November 6th and run through December 8th. All Pac-12 teams who do not advance to the conference title game will play a cross-division opponent of the same seed on championship weekend. Well, the Seahawks host the Dallas Cowboys Sunday at CenturyLink Field. You know, some representing on Blue Friday. Game kicks off at 1:25 in the afternoon on Fox TV and features two of the NFL's stars at quarterback. Dallas Prescott, of course, Seattle Russell's Wilson. Wilson says he has a lot of respect for Prescott's work.
I think the thing that Dak does such a great job, and is he remains poised, he remains confident. He seems to have always done that over his career. I've gotten to know him, a little bit over the years, and I just got a lot of respect for how he approaches the game. Honestly, he's a competitor, and so he's one of the best guys in the game. I think in terms of how he plays the game, and even those tight moments and comeback moments, he's been able to do a great job with those.
It was Prescott and the Cowboys who defeated the Seahawks 24-22 in 2018 in the playoffs to knock Seattle out. Quarterback Shaquille Griffin says he's been thinking about that game all week.
It's a lot of plays that I'm expecting to see coming back from 2018, so I'm excited to face them again. I was dealing with a couple of injuries then, but I'll definitely be ready now, so I'm excited about that. But I'm not going to do anything extra. I'm not going to do anything different. I'm going to play my game. I feel like that's the main thing we preach around here. We don't make anything up. We don't try to get overexcited. We don't try to do any paybacks or get me backs or anything like that. We just play our game, play ball, play within the lines and our technique. And we're just going to have to do exactly what we need to do. So I'm not going to change anything, but I'm definitely excited for it. 2018, it was pretty rough after that game. So, yeah, I've been thinking about it for a very long time.
Second-year defensive back Ugo Amadi will have to step up this week after Marquise Blair went down for the season with a knee injury. Amadi says he felt badly about his teammate going down.
Seeing my brother Marquise go down, I was really terrified. I was like, man, hopefully it was nothing serious. And then I seen how they had to help him off the field. I was like, man, this isn't looking too good. But at halftime I told him, Marquise, hey, we're gonna win this game for you, man. And I just went out there. When my name was called, like I said, I answered.
Jamal Adams admits he needs to be better on pass coverage from here on out. He says the Cowboys present a great challenge, and he'll be more than up for it on Sunday.
We got our hands full. It's going to be exciting. It's definitely going to, as far as it reminds me of Atlanta in a sense of what type of explosion they have at receiver, if that makes sense. Not comparing them, but just saying that they have some explosive guys on their side that can make a lot of plays. So we have to do a good job of doing our thing and plastering them and covering them. Obviously I've seen a couple things. They said that, I struggle in coverage, so I can't wait. So I got a little text from one of my buddies back home, so he has the inside scoop on that, so looking forward to it.
A little chip on your shoulder.
A little chip on my shoulder. Keep the chip on my shoulder at all times.
Seattle, Dallas on week 3 of the NFL Sunday, 125 on Fox. By the way, we've got quite a few phone calls asking about the NFL game last night between Jacksonville and Miami. It was broadcast on the NFL Network, so if you don't subscribe to that or have it on your local tel selections, that's why you couldn't see it. Gardner Minshew and the Panthers had a rough night of it, falling to the Dolphins 31-13. Well, the Mariners are in Oakland to wrap up the COVID-19 shortened Major League Baseball season. Seattle plays the A's in the first of 4 games tonight at the Oakland Coliseum. Yusei Kikuchi will make his final start of the year against Oakland's Chris Bassett. You can watch that on Root Sports or on ESPN Radio AM 900. Les Schwab American League West scoreboard last night. George Springer, Jose Altuve, and Alex Bregman all hit home runs. And Houston's 12-4 drubbing of Texas. That lowers the Astros' magic number to clinch a playoff spot to 1. Also officially eliminated the Mariners from the playoffs since the Astros hold the tiebreaker advantage over Seattle head-to-head. Walker Buehler came off the injured list and pitched 4 shutout innings and 6 strikeouts. Dodgers claimed home field advantage through the playoffs with a 5-1 win over Oakland. It was LA's 40th win of the season. Finally, here's a reminder of what's coming up in sports this weekend here as far as what's on the channel. This one, NCWLIFE channel, begins tonight with high school football from last fall as Kashmir hosts OMAC and Pioneer or make that in Caribou Trail League action. Watch for the pregame at 6:30. We'll feature state playoff girls soccer tomorrow at 2, Eastmont and Meade from last November. And then, of course, we'll have tomorrow night's live action at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval in the season finale. The new Neil Newberry 125 presented by Pepsi, Tommy One's Classic, and others. Facebook Live at 5:30. The live action on TV at 6 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Grant, back to you.
Thanks a bunch, Eric. And finally tonight, Wenatchee native Heidi Schreck's critically acclaimed play, What the Constitution Means to Me, will air as a special on Amazon Prime beginning October 16th. The Tony Award-nominated play was captured on film during its final week on Broadway. It's the story of the Wenatchee High School graduate's experience as a student competing in a contest sponsored by the American Legion. Schreck was a finalist for a Pulitzer Prize for her work on that play. And remember, if you have a video of the day that you'd like to see here on the NCWLIFE Evening News, you can message us on our Facebook page at the NCWLIFE channel. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Join me Monday morning at 7 a.m. We'll have that all-important sunny and warm weather forecast. We'll wrap up the weekend in news. Highlights from WVSO Racing come Saturday night. And my guest will be, how do I put this? My guest on Monday will be me. You'll just have to tune in to find out what the heck it is I'm talking about, because I oftentimes don't. Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, live and local at 7 a.m. on Monday. Can't wait to see you. Grant, back to you.
Thanks, Dan. Can't wait to learn more about you. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great weekend.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tamer.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. Looking for great food that's also an experience? Come on out to Blueberry Hills in Manson. Open year-round and named one of the top 4 restaurants in the state worth the drive for breakfast by the Seattle Times. Serving down-home scratch country cooking with huge portions at family-friendly prices. Great food and a fun experience for the whole family, and definitely worth the drive. For more information, check our website at wildaboutberries.com.